You've probably experienced at least one of these nightmares. Maybe you were falling through the sky, being chased by something you couldn't escape, or waking up unable to move. They feel so real that your heart races long after you open your eyes. But here's what's fascinating. These nightmares aren't as random as they seem. Scientists believe many of them are connected to the way your brain processes fear, stress, and emotion while you sleep. So let's count down the most common nightmares and uncover the surprising psychology behind each one. Number 10. The falling nightmare. You're standing on solid ground one moment, then suddenly the floor disappears beneath you. Within seconds, you're falling through endless darkness before waking with your heart pounding. Researchers studying sleep have found that falling dreams are among the most common nightmares experienced across cultures. Although no single explanation fits everyone, psychologists believe they often reflect feelings of losing control, uncertainty, or major life changes. During REM sleep, the brain continues processing emotional experiences while the body's muscles remain temporarily paralyzed. If the brain combines emotional stress with sensations from the sleeping body, the result can become an intensely realistic feeling of falling. The experience may also overlap with hypnic jerks, where sudden muscle contractions occur just as sleep begins. While frightening, these nightmares are usually harmless and become more frequent during periods of stress, anxiety, exhaustion, or disrupted sleep schedules. Understanding their biological basis often makes them feel less mysterious and easier to cope with. Maintaining healthy sleep habits and reducing daily stress may gradually decrease how often these unsettling dreams occur over time. Number 9. Being chased. One of the oldest nightmares involves desperately running from someone or something you can never quite escape. Researchers have found that chase dreams frequently occur when the brain is processing unresolved stress, fear, or avoidance. The pursuer often changes from person to person, sometimes appearing as a stranger, animal, monster, or even an invisible threat. Interestingly, the identity of the pursuer may matter less than the emotional experience of trying to escape. During REM sleep, the brain simulates threatening situations while emotional centers remain highly active, making every moment feel intensely real. People often wake just before being caught because the brain shifts back toward wakefulness as fear reaches its peak. Although unsettling, chase nightmares may simply reflect the brain practicing responses to perceived threats while organizing emotional experiences from waking life. Facing unresolved stress during the day may help reduce the emotional intensity of these recurring dream experiences over time. Number 8. Losing your teeth. Dreaming that your teeth suddenly loosen, crack, or fall out can feel disturbingly realistic. Researchers have long studied this surprisingly common nightmare, although no single explanation has been proven. Some psychologists associate it with stress, personal insecurity, concerns about appearance, or fear of losing control. Others suggest that actual physical sensations, such as jaw clenching or teeth grinding during sleep, may become incorporated into dreams. The brain often transforms subtle physical signals into vivid dream scenarios, making a minor muscle sensation feel like dramatic tooth loss. Despite how alarming these dreams seem, they do not predict future health problems or dental disease. Instead, they demonstrate how the sleeping brain creatively blends emotional concerns with physical sensations into unforgettable dream experiences. Managing stress, improving sleep quality, and addressing nighttime teeth grinding may reduce the frequency of these vivid nightmares for some individuals. Number 7. Showing up unprepared. Imagine arriving at an important exam without studying, giving a speech while forgetting every word, or appearing in public without appropriate clothing. These embarrassing nightmares are remarkably common. Researchers believe they often occur when the brain processes performance anxiety, responsibility, or fear of failure. Even highly successful people continue experiencing these dreams years after finishing school because the emotional themes remain relevant throughout life. During REM sleep, the brain revisits situations involving evaluation, social judgment, and personal expectations. Rather than predicting future embarrassment, these dreams likely reflect the mind rehearsing emotionally significant situations. They remind us that the brain continues processing confidence, responsibility, and self-image long after we fall asleep. Building confidence through preparation and healthy coping strategies may gradually make these stressful dream scenarios less emotionally overwhelming over time. Number 6. Being unable to move. Few nightmares feel more terrifying than desperately trying to move while your body refuses to respond. This frightening experience often overlaps with sleep paralysis. a temporary state where conscious awareness returns before normal muscle control. Researchers have found that the brain may still be partly dreaming while the person becomes awake, creating vivid hallucinations of danger, intruders, or unseen figures nearby. Because breathing also feels different during REM sleep, many people report pressure on their chest or difficulty calling for help. Although the experience feels incredibly convincing, it is generally harmless and usually ends within minutes. Sleep deprivation, irregular sleep schedules, and high stress levels appear to increase the likelihood of these episodes. Understanding the science behind sleep paralysis often reduces fear during future experiences. Keeping a consistent bedtime and improving sleep quality may significantly lower the chances of experiencing these frightening nighttime episodes. Number 5. The drowning nightmare. Few nightmares create as much panic as struggling to stay above water, while every movement feels slower than it should. Researchers believe drowning dreams often emerge when the brain is processing overwhelming emotional pressure, helplessness, or situations that feel impossible to control. During REM sleep, emotional centers such as the amygdala remain highly active, allowing stressful feelings to become dramatic dream scenarios. In some cases, normal physical sensations like difficulty breathing, due to nasal congestion, or sleeping position may also become woven into the dream, making the experience feel even more realistic. Many people wake just before sinking completely, because the brain shifts toward wakefulness as emotional intensity reaches its peak. Although deeply unsettling, these nightmares do not predict future events. Instead, they demonstrate how the brain transforms emotional stress and physical sensations into vivid survival scenarios while organizing emotional memories during sleep. Practicing relaxation before bedtime and addressing ongoing sources of stress may gradually reduce both the frequency and emotional intensity of these frightening dreams. Number 4. The late or lost nightmare. Imagine rushing to catch a flight, arriving late for an important meeting, or wandering endlessly through unfamiliar streets without finding your destination. These dreams are surprisingly common across every stage of life. Researchers believe they often reflect concerns about responsibility, deadlines, missed opportunities, or uncertainty about the future. The brain constantly evaluates goals and expectations during waking life, and these concerns frequently reappear during REM sleep. As dream logic becomes increasingly distorted, clocks stop working, roads constantly change, or every turn leads somewhere unexpected. These impossible situations amplify feelings of frustration and urgency until the dream finally ends. Rather than predicting failure, these nightmares reveal how the sleeping brain rehearses emotionally significant challenges while strengthening memories and processing unresolved worries from daily life. Developing better planning habits and reducing daily anxiety may help lessen the emotional impact of these recurring dream experiences over time. Number 3. The loved one in danger nightmare. One of the most emotionally powerful nightmares involves watching someone you deeply care about become injured, disappear, or die while you are unable to help. Researchers suggest these dreams often reflect the brain's strong emotional attachment systems rather than hidden predictions about the future. During REM sleep, emotional memories become highly active, and the brain may simulate frightening situations involving the people who matter most. The intense fear experienced during these dreams highlights the strength of human relationships rather than any real danger facing loved ones. Although waking from these nightmares can leave lingering anxiety, they generally represent emotional processing rather than supernatural warnings. Understanding this helps many people separate the powerful emotions created by dreams from the realities of everyday life. Talking openly about emotional concerns and maintaining healthy relationships may also reduce the emotional intensity of these deeply personal nightmares. Number 2. The monster or shadow nightmare. Across cultures and throughout history, countless people have dreamed of being watched by dark figures, monsters, or mysterious shadows. Researchers studying dream psychology believe these frightening characters often represent the brain's natural threat detection systems becoming highly active during REM sleep. Instead of creating realistic dangers, the dreaming mind invents symbolic threats that trigger powerful emotional responses. When combined with partial awakenings or sleep paralysis, these dream figures may appear extraordinarily vivid and convincing. The brain's visual and emotional centers work together to create experiences that feel completely real despite having no physical source. Although these nightmares can be deeply disturbing, they reveal how effectively the human brain can simulate danger while practicing responses to perceived threats in a completely safe sleeping environment. Learning about the science behind these dreams often reduces fear and makes future episodes easier to understand and manage calmly. Number 1. The endless loop nightmare. Perhaps the strangest nightmare is one that seems impossible to escape. Some people dream of repeatedly reliving the same event, waking up only to discover they are still dreaming, or becoming trapped inside an endless sequence of frightening situations. Researchers believe these looping nightmares may occur when the brain repeatedly reactivates similar emotional networks during REM sleep instead of transitioning smoothly into a new dream. Because the dream keeps restarting, people often experience growing frustration, confusion, and panic before finally waking. False awakenings sometimes become part of this cycle, making individuals believe they have escaped the nightmare when they actually remain asleep. Although these experiences can feel extraordinarily unsettling, they demonstrate the remarkable complexity of the dreaming brain and its ability to generate convincing realities entirely from its own internal activity. Improving overall sleep quality and managing chronic stress may help reduce these repetitive nightmares while supporting healthier and more restorative sleep patterns. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to see more.